Good morning. Today we are doing our last objective of this unit, Co59. I can find missing sides of similar polygons. So they are similar, so we know they're proportionate. They're multiplying up or dividing down by the same number. So it's proportionate because they are similar. So remember, similar polygons are polygons that are the same shape but different sizes. Angles are congruent. Sides are proportionate. So the work we did yesterday is going to help us with our work today. Lining up your sides, the big one to the little one, big side to the little side, right? So we're going to line them up from our A and our B, and we're going to find that missing side. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So we have our A and our B. This one, the A is smaller, the B is bigger. It really doesn't matter which one you call A and B. What matters is how we line them up. So there are two different methods to line these up. So method one, I'm going to put the long side of A over the long side of B. And that's going to equal the short side of A over the short side of B. So that long side over the long side number, the short side of A over the short side of B. Another way we could look at it is say, so our second method would be, I'm gonna need more room. Long A over short A equals long B over short B. Either method that we use, we're going to get the same answer. What you have to remember is your A and your B for your shapes. Notice how we have long A over long B. We have the A on top here, so we have the A on top here. The long B goes right across from that short B. They have to match up. If we do the second method, long A over that short A, we have to do long over short for the B's. So they have that long equals to the long, short equals to the short, or we have A equals to the A, B equals to the B. They have to match up. This is a common mistake that students make, is they don't line them up correctly. You have to make sure there's no diagonals. If you look at their diagonals, they need to be all opposites. Long to short, A to B. Long to short, A to B. They have to be opposites diagonally. They match up on top of each other. They match up horizontally. When we look diagonally, it's the opposites. Does that make sense? Let's try working with this so we can see how it works. Again, it's not going to matter which method we use as long as we are lining them up. So this first one, solve for the unknown side of the figure, show your work. So we're going to show how we're lining them up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark what's my A and what's my B. thinks that they can line this up using one of the methods? Adeline. So I did 10 over 15. I did short A over short B. So now I need to do the A or the B on top. This was A, this was B. So I need to do the A on top over here, which is our question mark. Yeah, over that 24. So we've got it lined up now. We've got A, short A to long A, short B to long B. How do you think we find our answer? Sophie? Check and see if that would get you what answer you would get, Sophie. Sophie's thinking we multiply 24 by 15. What do you get if you multiply 24 by 15? Then what do we do with that? And what would you get? So, the way Sophie was doing it, she multiplied across and then divided by that 10, and she got a 36. Let's think this through logically. This is our short side, this is our long side. So if we went from 15 to 24, and then 10 to 36, that's a huge gap from that 10 to 36. Not that big of a gap from 15 to 24. So that doesn't work out logically. What you're going to want to, ooh, do you think you know, Lila? We are not subtracting. Good guess. What do you think, Adeline? 9. Why 9? Okay. So, remember, when we're proportionate, how we go from 15 to 24 is how we want to go from 10 to our unknown. So we could divide backwards and then multiply, but this is the easier way to look at it. You write out your fractions like this. You circle diagonally the two numbers that you know. We're going to multiply those. And then we divide by our one that's not matched up. So multiply the two that are diagonal, divide by your other one. What did you get, Sophie? 16. That's more of a proportionate getting bigger. Okay. If we had set it up using the other method, we would have had 10 over question mark equals 15 over 24. So again, we're going to multiply diagonally. Look at that. We still have that 10 times 24 divided by our 15. So either method you use, you're multiplying the same two numbers together and dividing it by that third number. So it doesn't matter which way we line it up. We still multiplying 10 by 24, divided by 15, and our answer still is 16. So either method works. Let's look at this one. Who thinks they can set up this one? Maddie. Okay, so this is my A, this is my B. So I matched up the short to the short.
multiply, so.
Wait, but I've got a 24 here. What do I do with that 24? James? But does 24 match up with the 25? I thought the question mark matched up with the 25. Well, what do I do with that 24? Emma?
You can put, a 24 over 15.
But does 24 match up with the 15? I thought 12 matched up with the 15. What do I do with this 24, Sophie? Maybe I make another fraction, 24 over what? But is there a question mark there? Lexi? I can't just put in a number. Adeline? 24 over 24? That's not gonna be proportionate. James?
3.
Friends? I'm gonna stop us. Sometimes you get extra information. Don't get confused if you're given extra information. There will be lots of times you get extra numbers. When we're checking to see if they are proportionate, sorry, not proportionate, we know they're proportionate because we're told these are similar polygons. We do not have to find all the sides. You have to answer the question mark. So sometimes you will get numbers on every single side, except for the one with the question mark. You only have to match it up with one other set. So you only have to do 2 fractions. One of them has to have that question mark. They have to be matched up correctly. I hope we're listening, ladies. So make sure if you have extra one, I always just cross it off so I don't confuse myself. Cross off the numbers that you're not using, and that way it keeps it easy. Now, Maddie, we decided these are the 4 sides that we're using. What was our next step? I multiply my diagonal, and then what am I going to do with that answer? Divide by 15. What did you get for your answer, Mandy? Did you do it? What did you get? 20. My question mark side is 20. So again, when we come to polygons that have extra side measures, cross off the ones that you are not using. Do not let it confuse you. You only have to match up 2 sets because we know they're similar. We don't have to find this measurement. We could find it, but we don't have to. So don't waste your time doing it. Ellen, were you able to see it all? Can you see it now? Or do you want to, we can always push that table back so you can have a better view. You guys are kind of crowding up in front. After spring break, I'll make sure all the tables are pushed back. Do you understand what we're doing? Yeah? Okay. Let's look at our second page. Same thing. Solve for the unknown side of the figure. Show your work. You have to show me what 2 fractions you make, what you're multiplying together, and what you're dividing by. So show me what work you're doing. Let's look at this first one. What could I line up? Emma.
13 and 39.
So I've got my long to my long. I know this is my A, this is my B. 13 to 39, what does that equal? Or X. If they give you an X, put an X. Okay, instead of doing a question, it's the same thing, but just use whatever they're giving you, it keeps it simpler. So what math am I going to do, Emma?
39 times 5 divided by 13.
And what do you get when you do 39 times 5 divided by 13?
15.
X equals 15. So you always want to make sure that you are matching up correctly. The long A over the long B, short A over the short B, and then we multiply diagonally, divide by that third number. Adeline?
The letters, that was not you just ignored
I don't understand your question. What letters?
them. Like on the first side.
Oh, like the angle measurement, the angle names? So the only thing we need to pay attention to is that we're matching them up correctly. So if this angle is congruent with this angle, I need to know that that side matches up with that side. Sometimes our shapes will be turned, and we need to make sure we're matching up the correct sides. We don't need to use those names for anything. So those, they're just naming the angles just so you can match them up, but we don't need to use it for anything. James?
So, on the first one, there's 3 numbers on the first one. So, does it matter which ones we do? And like, should we cross up to 21?
So here's our x, what we're solving for. What does that x match up with?
21.
So if this is our A and this is our B, you have to look, okay, x on the B matches up with that 21 on the A. So we can't cross the 21 up because that's what matches up with our unknown.
So do we,
And then you can choose, do I want to use this side or do I want to use this side?
does it matter which number we use to divide it? Or,
As long as you're matching up the correct sides. You
Okay.
only have to match it up to one set of sides. So you can match up to the 12 over 8, or you could match up to 18 over 12. You choose. It doesn't matter which one, it's proportionate, they are similar, so you'll get the same answer either way.
okay.
Okay? So if you decide to use the 12 and the 8, I would cross that side off so we don't get confused and use the wrong number. And then you just match up that long A over long B, short A over short, however, actually this would be short over short, long over long, or the A over the A, B over the B. You decide which method to use. So the first thing you want to determine is what you can cross off. And then the second thing is which method you're going to use. Then make sure you multiply diagonally, divide by that third number. Any other questions? You guys have had some really good clarifying questions today. On the bottom, oh, there's another row. And then we've got our review. So make sure it says show the difference, so draw pictures. When you show a difference, you're going to draw pictures to show what that difference is. Okay? Any other questions? All right, calmly and quietly, you can be working. If you finish, I'm going to want to see yours. Okay, if you finish, work on your math packet. Khan Academy's due tonight, packet's due tomorrow. I have packet number 9. Sorry, packet number 10. Packet number 9 is due tomorrow. I'm going to pass out packet number 10 because some of us won't be here tomorrow to get that packet number 10. It will be due on April 15th. So right before Easter, that Tuesday before Easter. So make sure that you, if you are traveling by car and you're going to be in the car for 8 hours, bring a whip and plug out some of your pages so it's less for you to do when you come back. Use that time. If you are watching this at home, I hope you are well, and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.